Hi, my name is Genovia Turner.
Hi, this is Elizabeth.
Hi, this is Benjamin Blumenstein.
Hello, this is Liam.
My name is Sarah Watts, and we're going to be discussing our interactive course, Globetrotter Physics for Children.
In the beginning of the project, we split up into groups. I worked with Elizabeth on Module 1. Liam and Genovia worked together on Module 2, and Sarah started on the visuals that laid the foundation for everything.
My own thought process behind approaching this project was looking at the specific learners and considering what a middle school child would be interested in learning. We initially approached this assignment with the thought of a playground as the location, but with the age group in mind, I suggested perhaps a national park and making our characters hikers. I started our group off with a design document that was shared amongst us, and we began to do weekly Zoom or text and Google Doc meetups.
What I did was revise and create and edit all of the content and the text or speech in the document.
After Elizabeth and I were done with the structure of Module 1, I wrote the voiceover script and formatted the Google Doc design plan into a structure with a usable table of contents so information was easily found.
My contribution to the project initially was to assist Liam with creating Module 2 on gravity. I entered some information regarding Isaac Newton, provided pictures, and suggested a quiz on the Isaac Newton formula.
I also collected some graphics for the second module.
And then about halfway through, we switched it up, and I went in and into Module 2, and I edited things there so that everything was more cohesive and worked out together.
As the project progressed, I was assigned to sign up for Captivate and learn its functions. Then I was assigned to provide the audio for both modules. It was very difficult finding the right voice for the characters. I tried the voices in Captivate, Articulate, Storyline, Notebite, Well Said, TTS Reader, From Text to Speech, TTS MP3, Responsive, Text to Speech, Animaker, Talkify, Cucurella, Natural Reader, and IBM. Most of the voices on these sites were computerized, though they stated they were human-like or natural voices. At this point, I asked my daughter to try to record the character Zoe in her voice, and I even tried my voice, but it just didn't fit the character.
Due to COVID-19 changing our initial plans, our group had to think on their feet, choose new resources to work with, reassign roles, and we determined that it would be best if we focused our energy purely on Module 1 to create the best end result under the circumstances. Continuing modules would be works of the future.
And then towards the end, when we decided that it was just going to be Module 1, I went in and I looked through it again and made sure that everything was ready to go. And I also added some more assessment at the end. Since we decided not to go ahead and do Module 2, we still wanted to make sure that the learners had enough practice, so I went in and edited 2 or 3 slides so that the learner could get more practice with what we had taught, but it also introduced a little bit of what Module 2 would have contained.
I eventually chose Natural Reader for our prototype and paid for a month's membership to make sure we would have it for the entire project. As I was recording the voiceovers, I proofread and corrected some of the statements by removing, rearranging, and adding more text. I also gave the characters their name, Zoe and James.
I later provided voice acting for the male voiceover character throughout the first and second modules.
My process of graphic design included early hand-drawn prototypes using wireframing and visual boards. I then explored the UX XD design app on Adobe. I found that using Adobe Illustrator would be the best route in creating my content graphically. Going off of our design document, I created all images using my Adobe stock membership, as well as some custom illustrations and the use of a cohesive design color palette that was chosen. To exchange content with Ben so that he could begin assembling, I created a shared file in Dropbox, which was later given access to all members within our group.
Later, I compiled the audio from Genovia, the visuals from Sarah, and the overall layout into the PowerPoint draft, and recorded the first draft, which was submitted on Canvas. Later, I compiled the final project in Captivate with the same process, except adding in additional knowledge questions for each of the systems of temperature, and a final quiz, and all of the Captivate slide directions, so everything stuck together cohesively.
Throughout this experience, we all worked together as a group, communicated on discussion boards within Canvas, through text, communicating on our Google Docs. We also had a subject expert who studies physics fact check and give feedback in earlier stages of prototyping. Considering the drastic changes that need be made due to the circumstances, I am very happy, and I believe that my coworkers are as well with our final project, and we all believe that moving forward this could be created into a larger project that could teach many different concepts of physics and potentially other earth science subjects. Thank you so much for watching, and keep learning!